training for my first marathon, and I'm recording this in the future. I started with 11 weeks to go to train for the marathon. Started with a bruised bone in my foot. Whoa! And I still have a shin splint. But I decided it was time to tackle this goal of running a marathon. I'm gonna take you along for the ride.
In the trunk, my love, damn. How many hoes in this club? Is it really just? It really is just me, myself, and all my millions. You know that they ain't even got it like that. When they get my shit and play it, I ain't even gotta say it. They know. They know. They know. They know.
7 miles. We got 5 miles this week for the long run because we're doing a deload week. Next week's long run will be 10 miles. Let's go.
Most of the world is sleeping right now. We're here. We're going to get after it. And these little habits, these little things that we do every day, points our life in the best possible direction. That's what we're doing. This little workout is very reflective of life. The harder you work, the stronger you will become, and the better you will become. And if you want to be lazy, you'll end up in a bad place, a terrible place. We're not going to let that happen, are we? And really what it boils down to is just everybody understanding that when you take ownership of what's going on in your life, you can point it in a great direction. And that's what we're out here doing.
I want to say thank you for setting the bar high for everybody.
Right on. Get some.
All right, we're 7 weeks away from the marathon. Kicking off a 10-mile long run for the week. Should put us at about 22.5 miles this week. Got 16 ounces of water with me. Got 3 gels. Let's see how I do. It's natural when you're uncomfortable and you're suffering to look too far ahead and think, how could I be sitting in this pain for another 7 miles, 8 miles, 14 miles, whatever it may be. I think the trick is you can't look too far ahead. Just have to ask yourself, can I take one more step? Usually the answer is yes. You gotta chunk the effort. Just keep your head down, keep moving, keep taking one more step. We're 6 weeks away from the marathon, doing a 13-mile long run today. Ran 14 miles earlier this week for a total of 27. My longest mileage ever in a week. So we're making progress. Last week, the 10-miler was at 12 minute per mile pace. So this week, my goal is 13 miles at under 12 minutes. Hopefully I get 11:30 or better. For fueling, I'm having a run gel every 30 minutes. So every hour in total, it's 320 calories, 80 grams of carbs, and 400 milligrams of sodium. But after most of my long runs, I tend to get headaches. So I figure I'm not replacing enough sodium. So I added on 2 salt chews every 30 minutes as well to give me another 100 milligrams of sodium every half hour. All right, I've turned around at the 6.5 mile marker. The sun's come out to play, but I don't give a shit. Time to turn up the pace. Get a good time for the 13 miler. Let's go. 11 miles, 11:22 per mile. Feeling good. And 13 miles. Aerobically, I felt great. My knees and feet, not so great. That was a grind.
You're just a bitch. You're honestly, that's not me trying to be some after school special shit. You really are a bitch.
Crushed my pace goal though, 11:17 per mile. 5 weeks out from the marathon today, doing a 16-mile long run to cap off the week at 28 miles. This is the longest run I've ever done. Never been past 13.3. I'm 10 miles in. The first 9 miles of this long run were some of the worst I've ever felt on a run. The sun was kicking my ass. I got a cramp. My legs were killing me. I ended up walking one of the miles. Definitely felt discouraged for a little bit, but I knew that that's what the training is all about. The training is for those moments where it feels like I can't do it, but you learn to push on. So now I'm 11 miles in, 5 to go, and I'm not stopping. I'm going hard. 15 miles in, gotta finish strong. I always try to run the last mile as fast as I can. God, my feet and knees, god damn. All right, we're 4 weeks away from the marathon. We're doing 8 miles for this long run. Total of 17 this week for the deload week. The goal this week is for speed. So for me, that's being as close to 10 minutes per mile as possible for the 8 miles. And I think I'm gonna get close. Let's do it. We're 3 weeks away from the marathon, out here before the sunrise to do a 20-mile training run. This will be the longest training run of marathon prep. After this, I taper for 2 weeks. We've left the city. The next 8 miles are on this path through the Florida Everglades, dodging gators and the haters. 5 miles into the run, feeling impeccable. We're flowing, we're just cruising. I'm not even running, I'm driving a car or a bike. I'm on wheels. They don't know me, son. Super foggy. Can't see more than 100 feet in front of me, maybe. Pretty sweet. All right, we made it to the other end of the trail. This is the end of the trail portion for this run. Sitting at 10 miles right now. Doesn't get more Florida than this. Every one of these trucks drop the boat into the water. Airboats, John boats. All right, 14 miles in. Just got to hammer these last 6. Legs are starting to really hurt, but this is what it's about. 17 down, 3 more. Last mile. Only option now is to haul ass. All right, first week of taper. The marathon's in 2 weeks. Doing a 14-mile long run today. Trying to get close to 10 minutes per mile. That's the goal. We're gonna do the best we can on it. First 7 miles down in 1 hour and 9 minutes. So that's less than 10 minutes per mile. Just have to see if I can keep it up all the way back. My lifetime PR for 13 miles is 10:48 per mile. So if I can do better than that per mile for 14, it's gonna be a win. super happy with that. 14 miles at 10:15 per mile. That's a PR in the half marathon and the 14 mile. Final taper week, 8 days away from the marathon. 9-mile long run today. Sub 10 minutes per mile or die trying. I did it. 9 minutes, 50 seconds per mile. Hyped. All right, it's marathon week. I'm gonna see if I can still bench 225. Let's go. Come on, let's go. Got it, bro. That's it. Got it. Sheesh. That point.
On the move. Now we know we got the
Halfway, baby.
All right, almost done, almost done.
finish line is in your sight. Fritz, welcome back. Alex, Fritz, Morgan, Amanda, congratulations. Good job, Connor Hoffman coming on in.